My best translation of this question is, why do women in general have smaller appetites than men? The easiest and most likely answer to this question would be the idea that because women have smaller body sizes, they have smaller stomachs. And the less food that you can fit in your stomach, the less food you eat at the end of the day. However, if you use a balloon to blow up an individual's stomach, it appears that the size and ability to stretch of a man and a woman's stomach is essentially identical, which refutes the idea that women have smaller stomachs and therefore cannot hold as much food. However, it does appear that women are more sensitive and less tolerant to stomach distension, meaning women appear to get more full at the same degree of stomach distension than their male counterparts, which is one factor that might limit the amount of food that they would eat in one meal, because gastric wall distension is one of the most important factors for inhibiting food intake. However, there is one reason why women may just feel more satiated at baseline. Women generally have a higher percentage of body fat than men. However, women predominantly accumulate subcutaneous fat, whereas males amass a more significant amount of visceral fat. Which is good news for my female viewers and bad news for my male viewers, because subcutaneous fat is the safer fat located directly underneath the skin, whereas visceral fat is found deeper in the abdominal cavity, located in and around the organs, and is considered much more detrimental to long-term health. And this is mainly due to the fact that estrogens promote the accumulation of fat around the subcutaneous area, whereas androgens play a role in favoring the expansion of visceral fat. The production of a hormone called leptin is significantly associated with subcutaneous fat, but is not associated with visceral fat, indicating subcutaneous fat produces large amounts of leptin, but visceral fat does not. Leptin is one of the most important appetite-suppressing molecules inside of the human body, and the more leptin we are producing, the lower our appetite. And the amount of leptin we produce appears to be directly proportional to the amount of subcutaneous fat we hold, but is not associated with visceral fat, indicating at the same amount of body fat, on average, women will be producing more leptin because they have more subcutaneous fat and less visceral fat than their male counterparts. Additionally, it appears that women store more of their fat in the gluteal-femoral region, and it appears that adiponectin production is most positively associated with fat in the lower extremities. Adiponectin also has appetite-suppressing qualities, meaning that because women store more fat in their lower body and men store more fat in their upper body, at the same level of body fat, even at the same level of subcutaneous fat, because women will store more in their lower body, they will have higher adiponectin, which also works to inhibit appetite. It also appears that estrogen itself has an appetite-suppressing effect, and on average, the estrogen level in women is higher. The appetite-suppressant effect of estrogen, and the way that estrogen alters body fat storage dynamics, may help explain why postmenopausal females see an increase in appetite, strongly associated with the large reduction in estrogen that occurs during and after menopause, and why there are fluctuations in eating behaviors and appetite throughout a woman's menstrual cycle, correlated strongly with fluctuations in estrogen. With that being said, these are just a few of many reasons why females may simply just have a lower appetite than men. As unfortunate as it is, another reason may simply be societal standards, which reward women for being skinnier and eating less, which not only makes eating less feel more rewarding, but many females may actually pretend that they are satiated, despite not actually eating to full satiety, based on the societal expectations put on women to eat less than their male counterparts.